blood squirted on my visor. He socked me.
All right, guys. Good game tonight. Big win. We'll start with you, Nolan. What'd you like out there about the team's effort that you're able to pick up a win here?
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of a break there, last week. So I think, we were a bit rusty there in the first and second, but, we got out to a good lead. And, Nicky made some huge saves in the third to keep us in there. And then we just pulled away. So, it was a pretty good win there.
And that's 6 wins in a row. You guys are, feeling pretty good right now?
Yeah, we're just trying to, click at the right time, go on a good run at the right time, going into playoffs. And, like I said, just get on a run for playoffs there and hopefully continue into there.
All right. And Nick, the team allowed 17 shots tonight. Pretty good defensive effort. What'd you see out there from your end?
Yeah, no, the team played great defensively all game. Going into the third period, I only had 9 shots, it's a great feeling. It's a great rest, but I knew once they were within a goal, it was time to lock down for the third and help my team whatever way I can, which is what I did.
How tough is that, Nick, you only faced 9 shots for the first couple of periods. I think their first shot in the first period was like 11 minutes into the game. How tough is that to get into a rhythm when you're not getting any shots at all?
Yeah, it's definitely tough to stay focused, as I think that was first game of the year where I was below 10 shots going into the third, like I said. But regardless, going into the third period, I told myself I got to lock in, I got to be ready for anything because they're going to come out hard, and they did. But we were able to pull together and get the win, which is what's important.
And 2 saves back-to-back about midway through the period, about a minute and a half apart, just before the 5th goal. I mean, how huge were they sort of to keep the team in? Because obviously they had the momentum scoring the 2 late goals in the second.
Yeah, it was huge, swinging the momentum our way, which was really important in the third as we were still battling to just get a lead, a comfortable lead for us to get the win. So it was definitely important.
And Burke, obviously, I mean, this club has all the offensive talent in the world, but we saw things out there. We saw Sasha on a back check. We saw Del Mastro block a shot late in the game when the game was on the line, that sort of thing. So is that the message from the coaching staff to be responsible defensively and play a 200-foot game and not to get into 8-7 games or 9-8 games, track meets with other teams?
Yeah, that's exactly the message. I think Tanger said it. I think it was during the third there to don't go and get in a track meet with them. They want to go back and forth. Don't do that player game. And like you said, those guys, back checking, blocking shots. In the playoffs, we're going to need every single player on the roster, skilled, first line, fourth line, whatever it is. Everyone's going to need to be back checking and blocking shots. And I think we have the roster to do it. So I think it just shows the character we have as a team and how deep we are.
Burke, going into the last weekend, it was quite the stretch for you guys. A lot of hockey, a lot of good opponents, a lot of travel mixed in there. How nice was it to get the full week off here without any games and kind of maybe recoup and rest a little bit? And was there any worry? You guys were playing so well going into last weekend. Any worry about maybe losing that role going into this weekend?
Yeah, Coach let us go home for a couple of days just to kind of reset, one last reset before playoffs. After that, like you said, really busy stretch, and it was great for all of us to kind of just get the reset button going. And then our message kind of when we came back was we've got a great stretch. Don't let it slip now, even though we had days off. Just keep pushing the pace, and we had a couple of good practices leading up. They skated this morning too, just to kind of get our feet and stick moving. And came in at 1 tonight, so yeah, it's good.
So what is the focus now for these last 2+ weeks of the season?
Yeah, after tonight's win, I'm not sure how Windsor did with Guelph tonight, but we're fully trying to push for that division, for that conference win or a division spot. So we're trying to get the 2 seed as possible as we can, and then just gear up for playoffs. Make sure we're playing good hard hockey, and so when playoffs hit, that we can, instead of just switching on, we're already going.
I mean, is it like a switch? You can just turn it on?
I don't know. I don't really want to find out either. So, we're just going to keep getting the message to the guys over the next 8 games. Just, pretend it's playoffs. Just keep going. And then once we hit it, we're fully in stride.
I guess in those last 8, I mean, you don't have, a Windsor or London or North Bay that you played really well against lately. As teams kind of lower in the standings, is there anything you have to do special to kind of fire yourself up at this point to face them?
Yeah, no, obviously it would be pretty easy for us, just kind of see them in the standings and kind of give up. But it's really important for us not to. Just they're all chasing spots. Kingston's battling for the 8th spot. There's a bunch of teams in the West that are 5 to 8 that are trying to battle for that 5th, 6th spot. So every game's important for them. So we just gotta step up and meet them and be prepared for them.